What it is, folks, your homeboy Ferg back again with another episode of the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on something. Solo dolo for the promo right now, but y'all will see my brother Tim G. Jacob later on in the program. Make sure y'all watch all segments of episode 124 of Put It On Something. You feel me? And also, make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We out here killing it in the views. But if you're viewing the content and costs you nothing to hit that button, baby, go ahead and do that. You feel me? Because that's going to help me out for real, when I go to these businesses and I tell them, look here, if you're trying to get in touch with the real ones, you need to pay first to get your product on, and the real ones going to see it. You understand? But that's business. Let's get to the game. All right? And as you can see right there, it was Jackson State by FAWTY. Literally. You understand? Down there in Jacksonville, Jack State took care of Bethune-Cookman by a score of 48-8. You understand? So since that's the case, I feel obligated to strike up the mother fucking band. Let's go! JSU by FAWTY. Down there in Florida. Look at Duval County. Let's go! It always feels good to strike up the band. Shout out to the boom. You feel me? Before we get into it, I do want to make note of the fact that we do need to send strength and love to Bethune-Cookman. I should have done this in the preview last week, and I apologize for that. Okay, but strength and love to those athletes and all those students and coaches and everybody involved. Man, they're dealing with the effects of that hurricane. Been having to move around, been really having to deal with real shit, real life issues. You feel me? So outside of the game and shit like that, we still, what I tell y'all, one culture, one accord. Tell you, I don't give a fuck what school you go to. I don't give a fuck if your ass ain't never went to nobody's school. Okay. If your ass black and you an ally of black people, I fuck with you. You know what I'm talking about? So strength and love to Bethune-Cookman and everybody that's been battling the effects of that hurricane. Real talk. All right. But now let's get to the football. All right. My boy Mr. Miller did have to miss the first half due to that bullshit ass targeting call from the previous game. Okay. But the defense still handled business per usual. And Shiloh was back in this game. Okay, so it was good to see him out there. Still no Travis quite yet. We did get a chance to see him out over there on the sideline, though. And I'm hoping we're going to see him this next weekend against Campbell for homecoming. Wouldn't that be a lovely debut? Okay, homecoming. Have Travis Hunter out there. Okay, that'd be great. But we didn't see him in this game. But the defense still did their motherfucking thing. And the offense came to the party in the first quarter. For real. Okay? We started things out right. Mr. Bolden started the game with a big kick return, which gave us the ball in BC territory. And I even got my notes right here. I said, that's how you start. Okay? That's how you start. I was hyped. Because I've been complaining for the longest that we come out sluggish or overconfident, or I don't know. But we come out not getting it done on that side of the ball. Okay? But that was not the case in this game. Okay? He ended up going straight down and getting a touchdown. Okay, touchdown pass to Mr. Powers on a 3rd and goal. Now I was about to be pissed on this drive because Mr. Wilkerson had a big run to the 5, but then we didn't run it again. Okay, I don't know what's up with that. It's just really a new day. You know, you get into these short situations, and it's even in the NFL. It's almost like people prefer to pass to get the touchdown nowadays, but we got it done. Okay, defense forced the punt on their first opportunity on the field. Now, some good coaching. Prime called a timeout on that drive because Bethune-Cookman was moving the ball a little bit. He ain't like that shit. He keeps saying, the theme is to dominate. And on the very next play after the timeout, we got a sack. Okay, so that was good coach. All right, next drive for us. Touchdown pass to Mr. Daniels. Okay, they made it 14-0. And Shador placed that motherfucker perfectly. Okay. He displayed some pinpoint accuracy, y'all. Now, he had some bad throws in this game. We're going to get to this. But on this particular touchdown pass to Mr. Daniels, it was away from the defender. It hit him in stride. And, it was an easy touchdown. Mr. Wilkerson had a big run and catch on this drive as well. You know what I always say? Give the damn ball to Mr. Wilkerson. I keep telling you that. All right. And he actually got revenge on Bethune-Cookman's safety, Mr. Ratliff. Mr. Ratliff was trying to lay some wood out there. Okay. On the previous drive, he had caught Mr. Wilkerson. Okay. He had caught him. Deuce McAllister was on the call. We're going to discuss Deuce in another segment. Okay. But Deuce McAllister was on the call. And he was talking about how our backs were running too well. They weren't getting their pad levels low. And Mr. Ratliff of BC was taking advantage of that. You feel me? But Mr. Wilkerson got some get back on this drive. Okay. Per usual, the defense forced the punt. Next, Mr. Gaines ended up muffing the punt, but we did recover. But special teams coach gonna have something to say about that, as he should. Remember, we nitpicking, but we trying to be perfect. We nitpick so we can have that perfect record at the end of the year. You feel me? We went on to have a touchdown pass to Mr. Hooks. We made it 21-0. That was probably the best drive I've seen. It was quick, fast, and in a hurry. It was dominant. Okay. And the defense forced a turnover on down. So that first quarter was incredible. Especially, look, you coming off of a week-long thing with Jack State basically trending all damn week. Okay, coming off of the shove, coming off of the I'm swag, he ain't swag. Then Coach Prime flipping that shit. Then the damn remix got put out there by the homie. I forget the remix god. Shout out to that king. That was brilliant. And then later on with the Rob J thing, that was trending. I'm gonna talk about that later. That's some bullshit. Outsiders don't know what the fuck they talking about. But whole week Jackson State trending. And then we come out there on the field and jump in these motherfuckers' ass. Okay. That was great. We didn't keep that momentum though the rest of the way. All right. Second quarter, we turned over on down, went for it on 4th and 3 from around the 30, and we turned that one over. Defense ended up forcing the punt, but Bethune-Cookman snapped it through the end zone, which we got a safety. The first one of 3 on the day. I ain't ever seen no game where a team get 3 safeties, but that's what happened today. But that made it 23-0. We end up getting a touchdown pass to Mr. Daniels. That made it 30-0. On this drive, there was a big run by Mr. Marshall. And shit, he got lit up by Mr. Ratliff. They were about to call targeting on him, but after reviewing it, they took that back. So all y'all youngins out there for the rest of the year, if you're playing against Bethune-Cookman, Mr. Ratliff is trying to lay you down. Okay, so watch out for him. Defense ended up forcing the punt. We threw a sack part on this. Defense was going ham. Okay. Threw a sack part on that. See, like from that time that Prime took that time out on, them boys, they want their shit then. They want their shit. Okay. Which I love that. I love a great defense. I wish we would be more physical in the run game. I just wish we would run the ball more. Instead of just doing all the goddamn air raid shit. But hey, it is what it is. We undefeated. But that defense is physical. They flying to the ball. They will hit your ass in the mouth. Real talk. All right. On that next drive, this is where we got into some bad things. Shador threw a bad pick. Okay. Kid wasn't open. They had underneath coverage. They had over the top coverage. And it was an underthrown ball. So it probably would have had to been a perfect ball to reach the kid. I don't remember who he was targeting, but somebody was underneath, and that's actually who ended up catching the pick. But then the receiver kind of like in the middle, so he would have had to, what they call a hole shot. He would have had to hit him in that hole to get it complete. It was a wrong read, and it was a badly thrown ball. You know what I'm talking about? And like I said, he usually deadly accurate. So I don't know what's up. He might be dinged up. You know, I think somebody mentioned something like that he may be a little dinged up. So we got to make sure we're protecting him, and he got to protect himself when he gets out of the pocket and stuff like that, slide. And as I keep saying, when we up on these motherfuckers, take his ass out of the game. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Even though we threw that pick, though, defense forced the punt. And then on that next drive, I saw a catch from Mr. Hooks. That was better than that first one-hand catch he had against Grambling. Mr. Hooks, you got to brand that, sir. You got to brand, because your hands are some hooks. You must got some of them Kawhi Leonard hands, them Michael Jordan hands, because this man that caught the ball, this man's hands got to be like a baseball mitt or something, because he done caught a pass that's behind his head, just grab it out the air. He don't even bring, you know, some cats catch it with one hand, but then bring it to the other hand. That man ain't even do that. Is it the glove? Is it the glove, Mr. Hooks? I know these new gloves got that stick, that stick them on them. You know what I'm talking about? Just, whatever the case is, Hook's a bad motherfucker. Okay. That other one made Sports Center. This one should make Sports Center as well. It's that good. Okay. Unfortunately, we end up turning over on downs, though. Went forward on 4th and 4 and got the ball batted down. All right. So we went into halftime. Shit, up 30-0. So I'm thinking we about to hand out a 60 piece. You feel me? But we'll get into what happened in the second half. Halftime, though, I was disappointed in ESPN because I thought that the bullying worked. I thought that y'all getting on their ass about not showing the bands worked, and that, you know, if they're going to have us on this ESPN Plus and all that kind of shit, that they going to cater to who's watching. Okay? Black people like bands. We like our bands are dope. We don't, I never heard the term band geek or band nerd used for a black band. Okay, so we want to see them motherfuckers. Okay, and I thought y'all had bullied them enough, but I guess not. Shout out to HBCU. Go as I did last week doing my shout out. Make sure y'all go check it out if you didn't. You know what I'm saying? They get it. They know what we're like. Okay, maybe we need to take the show over there here. All right. Also, the Boom didn't travel. I don't know maybe some of y'all on the inside, you Boom insiders, maybe y'all know why they didn't travel. I'm just gonna say shit. If they took this game off, goddamn, they probably finna go ham for homecoming. They probably got some cooking. It's gonna be crazy. All right. But getting into the third quarter, man, Shador threw a bad pick on an overthrow this time. So you don't want that kind of stuff on tape. You already fighting uphill battle trying to prove that, yeah, even though y'all say I'm facing lesser competition, look what I'm doing to these motherfuckers. So you don't need them bad picks like that on tape. Now, I will say this. This is crazy. This is crazy. Bethune-Cookman's DB caught the pick, true enough. But you down 30 and you get up talking shit. You down 30. It reminds me again, and what Prime told them boys, I want to say that's the Super Bowl after the 94 season when he with the Niners. And he had to tell them folk, look at the scoreboard, partner. Yeah, look at the scoreboard, man. Hey, you made a good play. Really wasn't even that dope of a play. Shador just threw it straight to him. But you got the pick. Let's move on. Okay. Because what happened? Defense forced to punt. All right. Next drive, though, we were forced to punt, but BC fumbled it. We got the ball around the BC 20. Shouldn't we end up turning it over on down? You see what I'm saying? We were lackluster going forward. The explosive first quarter, then we were lackluster going forward. We went forward on 4th and goal here instead of kicking the field goal. And so I know some motherfuckers that Jack State haters going to be mad about that. They're going to consider that, us trying to run it up, whatever. But it's the third quarter, y'all. Okay. God damn. Defense forced a sack fumble in the end zone when they got back on the field. We couldn't recover it, though. I'm sure that's going to be a drill this week. All right, because we just couldn't fall on the damn ball. We had another instance of that later on I'm going to talk about, too. We forced a fumble and didn't recover it, and that greatly helped Bethune-Cookman. But we didn't recover it and ended up being yet another safety, so that made the score 32-0. Later on in that quarter, there was a touchdown run by Mr. Marshall. That made it 39-0. Okay, so we're pitching the shutout through 3 quarters. Okay, that's that vaunted Jack State defense. All right. Unfortunately for us, in the 4th quarter, Bethune-Cookman ended up throwing a touchdown pass to their tight end, and the commentators kept saying that he is a pro prospect. Okay. But this is, again, why you got to watch the game. It ain't like they drove down the field to get this touchdown. I continuously say it. If you're going to score on Jack State University, it got to be a fluke play, has been an explosive play, or it got to be some kind of penalty. Something has to happen, okay? And on this drive, something happened. On the kick return, Bethune-Cookman fumbled the ball, okay? We forced the fumble. I guess we didn't see that the ball was on the field. They picked the ball up and haul ass, okay? And shit, that put them in great field position then, and that's what led to the touchdown, okay? So, like I said, to score on Jack State defense, it got to be some shit like that. Now, they went for an onside kick and recovered it. Again, special team coach going to be on some boys' ass. Okay, special team coach gonna be on some boys' ass. I am recording this right now on Saturday night. I know them boys be having practice on Sundays. Film study, special team room, special team coach gonna be on their ass about that. It was a brilliant play by Bethune-Cookman. The kid was going out of bounds. He kind of tipped it once it hopped. He kind of tipped it back into his teammate. Brilliant. Okay, but we can't have this shit happen. We got to get that. Bethune-Cookman wasn't really able to do nothing with it, though. I was about to say we forced the fumble, but it looked like they kind of just fumbled that motherfucker. It wasn't a smooth transition on a handoff, and we picked it up. However, we turned it over on downs again. All right, but the defense forced the punt. Then we were forced to punt. We forced another safety later on. That made it 41-8. And then finally, we got a touchdown pass to Mr. Hooks that made it 48-8. But we were basically stat padding at that point. Again, I don't think Shador should have been in the goddamn game by that point. He took a hit. Wasn't a big hit or nothing like that. He got outside the pocket, threw the ball, and Cook kind of pushed him on down. But I mean, you know how shit happens. I mean, he landed on the way he landed, anything can happen. I ain't taking no chances in this situation, especially when what coach says himself. As he goes, our offense goes. So if that's the case, I need to make sure I can ride this doggone train the whole way through. I know the logic behind it is Hey, you got to run them numbers up, run them numbers up, run them numbers up. That looks appealing. That looks appealing to recruits. That looks appealing to all these awards voters and all that kind of shit who may not see the game. They might not know how he amassed all these yards and all that kind of shit. They may not be looking at none of that. They might just see the numbers and be wild by it. Cool. But my point is this: something else they could be wild by is if he never loses a SWAC game. That's a real possibility. That's a real possibility that if Shedeur Sanders and Deion Sanders stayed their asses at Jack State University, with the way we're recruiting and the way our defense is consistently playing and the way our coaches are coaching, if we do it right, the motherfucker might not lose a SWAC game. How impressive will that be? Can Trey Lance say that he had that kind of dominance up there at North Dakota State? No. Motherfucker barely played. Can Carson Wentz say he did that up there in North Dakota State? I'm just naming other FCS guys that went on and got drafted, first rounders. Recently, I should say. Can they say that? I don't know about Carson. I really don't know. I would have to look that up. But I know with Trey Lance, motherfucker barely played. But so if you're on this level, the FCS level, instead of being FBS or being Power 5, you had to fucking dominate. And you know our quarterbacks get the lion's share of the credit for wins. So I'm saying keep this man healthy, keep him upright. We got all the stats out the way by the fourth quarter, definitely by mid fourth quarter. Shit, pull that man, let that back up, get some reps, goddammit. Keep fucking winning, whoop everybody's ass. So your ass graduate or leave after 3 years and go to the league saying I was an O in the SWAC. Shit. Now that would look good. That'll be some historic shit. Okay. So all in all, man, it was a good win. We came out explosive. I'm sure Coach Prime haven't watched his post-game press or anything like that yet, but I'm sure he's gonna say shit. We still haven't put a full game together yet. And that will be true. But even with that, think about that. We still haven't put a full game together and we still won by 40. Still haven't put a full game together, won by 40. Missing your best defensive player in the first half. Missing who I guess is your most talented player. We've seen with our eyes, Aubrey has been producing on the field that he's been the best defensive player. But based on talent, you got Travis Hunter sitting over here. Still ain't got him. Won by 40. Sophomore award candidate, award winner from last year, quarterback, threw 2 picks, won by 40. Think about this. This if we could just put this shit all together in one game. Whew. Should get scared. All right. But for now, I take it. Put it on some.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?